Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm Ronita, and this is the church anniversary edition of the TWC News. Today, TWC is celebrating 11 years of making a difference. And as we endeavor to do more for Christ, it's important every so often to pause and take a look back and appreciate how far God has brought us. In 2005, Pastor Van came to Birmingham to host a leadership conference at Samford University and to offer his consulting services to Sardis Missionary Baptist Church. Although Pastor Van was focused on helping a Birmingham church become greater than, God had a different plan. Pastor Van's short-term consulting assignment turned into destiny as God used Sardis's pastor, Samuel P. Pettigrew Jr., to share God's desire for Moody to start a church in Birmingham. On March 12, 2006, the Worship Center held its first official service in downtown Birmingham at LR Hall. 225 people became members on that day. The ministry quickly outgrew the banquet hall, and within less than 30 days, God created an opportunity for the ministry to relocate to a Seventh-day Adventist church, which was only a few miles away. Just as the church's membership grew, so did the faith of the people. The Worship Center desired a place they could call home, but because of how young the ministry was, local bankers said it was impossible for the church to buy a building. But in early 2007, God connected Pastor Van and the church's elders with the banker who sensed what God was doing and gave the ministry a chance. On Sunday, March 11, 2007, the Worship Center held their first Sunday service in their new facility on the eastern end of Birmingham in the Huffman community. Following God's leading and an article describing Shelby County as one of the most unchurched areas in the state, TWC established a second campus in Pelham High School. Almost 1 year to the day after opening the Huffman location, TWC began worshiping in the high school's auditorium. TWC quickly became known for being Birmingham's trendsetter, from giving away gas to over 1,000 people to providing turkeys to 2,000 families at Thanksgiving. TWC's pioneering spirit was a breath of fresh air. And on Saturday, January 10, 2009, TWC did it again. The ministry debuted Birmingham's first Saturday night worship service titled Saturday Night Live. TWC also began to take the hope and message of Jesus Christ into local prisons that year. In 2009, TWC began doing ministry in 3 area prisons. In 2010, TWC committed in even greater ways to making a difference in the lives of others. Celebrate Recovery, a program designed to help individuals heal from the hurts, habits, and hang-ups of life, was established. TWC also began to do Celebrate Recovery with local prisoners through its prison ministry. What started with just 3 local prisons has grown to now include monthly ministry in 7 area prisons. Local and global mission have always been a priority for TWC. That same year, TWC helped to build a school in Kingston, Jamaica, and provide Christian education classes to young Jamaican students. The TWC campus in Pelham High School continued to grow and needed a home of its own, and in 2011, God opened the door. TWC purchased an abandoned building sitting on 13 acres of land and an additional 22 acres of land adjacent to the building. TWC completed a multi-million-dollar renovation on the building, and on Sunday, June 5th, TWC celebrated the grand opening of its Bessemer campus. The fall of 2011 also allowed TWC to go global. With the launch of its online campus, TWC was able to share the message of Jesus Christ with those in South Africa, China, Kuwait, and beyond. 2012 held many firsts for the ministry. TWC hosted Faith Summit, which brought a diverse group of pastors from across the United States together. TWC also hosted I Lead, a one-day conference that was held to equip leaders and business owners with tools to help advance their leadership ability and grow their businesses. And our youth experienced their very first purity and restoration ceremony, which encouraged celibacy regardless of past decisions. TWC also created and produced its first movie, Running, featuring Pastor Van, which was presented on New Year's Eve. TWC had severely outgrown its first facility in the Huffman community, and in 2013, God opened another big door. TWC was contacted by a local bank and realtor to see if they would be interested in purchasing an amazing facility on Derby Parkway. Members, guests, and friends rallied together to help TWC financially cross the finish line and purchase the facility and 30 acres of land. On Sunday, August 4th, TWC caravaned from Parkway East to Derby Parkway for the opening of the Huffman Derby campus. In 2013, TWC also began its global mission efforts in Kenya. TWC helped to build a boys' school and helped to financially support the education of local Kenyan girls. In 2014, TWC continued making a difference in big ways with the release of Pastor Van's best-selling book, The People Factor. The message of The People Factor went around the world and touched the lives of millions of people. Locally, TWC continued to demonstrate the love of God through its Random Acts of Love campaign, Do More Saturdays, and its ongoing ministry work. In 2015, the ministry impact of TWC kept growing, and TWC introduced the new 13-week Freedom Discipleship program called Life. And as a result, nearly 400 people have gone through the program and are living in freedom every day as God intended. In 2015, the community was affected in a great way by the opening of TWC's new Child Development Center, Einstein's Playground, at the Huffman Derby campus. 2016 was an amazing year. Pastor Van was featured as a core team expert on the Dr. Oz Show. TWC's new app was downloaded by more than 1,000 people in less than 30 days. TWC opened its third campus in Anniston, Alabama, and created its very first own small group curriculum based on Pastor Van's latest book, The I Factor, that came out in November of 2016. So what's in store for TWC in 2017 and beyond? Here's Pastor Van to tell us more.
What does 2017 and beyond hold for TWC? Well, 2017 is already beginning to be greater than, with our Boys to Men mentoring program and ongoing ministry efforts. But let me tell you some of the next big ways that we are planning as a church to make a difference. Our next big local mission goals are to, number one, open a food pantry here at our Bessemer campus so that we can feed hundreds of local families every single week. You've probably noticed at all of our campuses that we are out of youth space. So we want to complete the build out of this unfinished space here at Bessemer and renovate existing space at our Derby campus so that our youth can have a larger space dedicated just for them where they can hang out, build community, grow in Christ, and invite their friends, and where we can invite the community youth to attend. Number three, we're going to continue to make investments in and improvements in our Anniston campus. And we're going to start saving and preparing for our next campus plan. And number four, we're going to continue through Macedonia International Bible Fellowship to provide Christian education to pastors in other countries where seminary and Bible teaching institutes are not readily available. And so I want to ask you to begin to pray now about how you can help us to reach these missions goals. You're going to have an opportunity to help through our Vision 2020 special offerings. The first Vision 2020 special offering of this year will take place on Sunday, May 7th. Our ministry goal is to have 100% of our church family trust God and tithe. And so if you're not a tither, why don't you start there? The 90-day tithing challenge is a great place to start. But if you mastered tithing, then I want you to pray about giving $100 on May 7th during this first Vision 2020 offering. Now, I don't mean to insult you. I know that so many of you could do so much more. But listen, if we come together and we all give $100, then for less than a pair of Jordans or whatever your favorite pair of shoes are, we can make a big difference in a great way.
Wow, was that not amazing? This is just a small sample of what TWC has accomplished for Christ over the past 11 years. The Worship Center is proof that God will do greater than in the lives of those who trust Him and live for Him. And if you don't think that all of that is reason enough to celebrate, maybe this will help you. In the 11 years of ministry, there have been 9,363 decisions for Christ. That's right, y'all. 9,363 that will spend eternity with God in heaven one day. All because of TWC. Happy 11th anniversary, TWC. We love you.